Hi Pisces, welcome to the Soul Song. My name is Nina. This is your Feb 2020 love story reading. I will be doing a reading for singles as well towards the second half of this video. So I'm going to do my usual layout. I have picked out some oracle cards for you, which we'll take at which we'll take a look at in terms of advice or additional messages that want to come through. Yeah, the usual disclaimer. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates and do not force the messages to apply to your situation. I will be talking in terms of your side versus their side, but feel free to swap the sides depending on which side you resonate most with. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you for everyone who has been supporting the channel, and do like, share and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the reading, and leave a comment if you have any feedback as well. Okay, so we have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. I don't know, but I'm feeling almost like someone's scared. Okay. I feel like someone's scared to really exercise their power, okay? Their sense of control. Not in a negative sense, but I'm getting like someone is not completely using or standing in their power. It's almost like the Emperor being in the reverse. That is the feeling that I'm getting. Where someone is a bit scared. They may be downplaying themselves or being a little afraid of completely shining through, okay, and being the strong, confident person that they are. That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. Let's see. Yeah, speaking of shining through, we have the Chariot, which is also about self-control and self-confidence, okay, and that drive that comes through as the Emperor. Also that Aries drive, that fiery drive comes through, and that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting here. Somebody is kind of afraid of really standing in their power, in their truth, is what I'm hearing. Okay, that one wants to fall there. Okay, we'll see what that means. Okay, so the layout is quite simple. This is the mutual energy between you and this other person. This is their side and this is your side, and we're talking about overall approach or attitude towards the relationship, towards the other person. This is your thoughts and feelings towards them, your behavior towards them. This is what you want, and this is the near future, which we'll take a look at once we're done through all of the other cards. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles and High Priestess. I'm almost feeling like there's a mismatch in energy. Someone in this relationship is really mature. They are level-headed. They are confident. But again, I'm getting that message of downplaying their strength because you don't want the other person to feel uncomfortable or feel, I don't know, less than in some way. There's one person who's really mature in this relationship, and the other person is kind of still, they could be younger, okay, but I don't think the age really matters here. What matters is I'm getting like emotional maturity, EQ, okay, emotional quotient. That is what I'm feeling. So one person's a little more childish than the other. That's the feeling that I'm getting. And that's the mutual energy. I feel like for others of you, I feel that this is kind of a new relationship, okay, a new start that is still in its nascent stages, and you're trying to keep it a secret, okay, for whatever reason. Maybe you don't want everybody to know about it yet. Yeah, speaking of new, there are more secrets again here. This is kind of weird. This person's approach is rather their attitude is carefree, okay. It's also one that is not fully in there, not fully in it, okay. That is what I'm hearing. They may have like one foot out the door, but at the same time they are kind of shying away from the whole idea of starting or being in a relationship. The attitude that they have is like I said, of someone who is adventurous, someone who seeks freedom, okay, very free-spirited, and a bit of an escapist. That is the attitude that I'm getting, okay. So very childlike, almost not willing to take responsibility. That kind of energy I'm getting. Okay, you've got the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. You seem to be a lot more stable as far as your emotions is concerned, and it's like you've reached a stage where you know what makes you happy, you know what fulfills you, and I feel like there is still, you're quite optimistic about this relationship, but at the same time you're coming across as someone who is very mature, very level-headed. You know what you want, and you are someone who's perhaps had like a lot of life experience. It doesn't matter what your age is, okay. Life experience doesn't have to be related to age. What I mean is you may be even like more mature for your age, okay. And it's like you bring this grounding, this stability in the relationship. So your attitude is one of very someone who looks for traditional values and grounding and that sense of depth in a relationship. That is what I'm feeling from you. Okay, they've got the Four of Swords and the Six of Pentacles in their thoughts and feelings. I feel like this person is quite emotionally removed, okay. They are, yeah, I'm getting the feeling like they are trying to escape from the situation, from maybe the responsibility of the relationship, because the Emperor is again someone who is very responsible, they haven't managed to create an empire for themselves without structure, without discipline, without self-control, without the ability to take on responsibilities head on. So I feel like that is who you are. Whereas this person is coming across as someone who is more laid back and chill and a bit of an escapist. Okay, that is the feeling that I'm getting. So they're putting in their bare minimum in the relationship, but they're also sort of removed from this situation. It's like they've got one foot. They've got one foot out the door and one foot in the room. You know, that sort of a bit of a flaky energy is what I'm getting. And with the Six of Pentacles here, I feel like they've got you on their mind. Okay, they do think about you. But then again, when it comes to really putting in the effort or sharing, okay, giving their energy to the relationship, they're doing like the bare minimum. That is what I'm feeling. And let's get one more card for their feelings, okay. How are they feeling about this connection? I've got three cards. We'll take that. Okay, so we've got the Three of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. This explains a lot, actually. I was getting this feeling that this person is kind of... There's a reason why they are this way, okay. Incidentally, the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which talks about healing and recuperating and sort of re-energizing, okay, and also coming to a place of peace and tranquility as far as your mental state is concerned after probably a difficult experience that you've been through. So this person is still healing from some kind of hurt that has left them a bit guarded with their energy, okay. And it could have something to do with their family, could have something to do with a previous connection that they have had, and at the same time they do actually fantasize about this happy future, happy family kind of scenario, okay. That is something that occupies their mind. But when it comes to the present state, I feel that they are not fully in there. Okay. Okay, you've got the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Wow, you're really strong, you're powerful. For a Pisces, this Ace of Cups doesn't surprise me, and the Nine of Cups, because you're a water sign, okay. You feel before you actually think, but now I feel that you're actually forcing yourself to think about the situation rather than just get carried away with your emotions, okay. You're seeing things from a clearer perspective. You are looking at the situation, at the relationship from a much more logical perspective, which is not exactly Pisces, but sometimes we are forced to look at things from a very objective perspective in terms, and even though we have this, you know, intense brimming with love kind of energy, because I feel like you do really have strong feelings for this person, but what I'm hearing is tolerating their childishness, okay. So you may be dealing with someone who is quite childish, who is not really, or at least they're pretending to be, okay. It could be that they sort of like this naive childish energy because it kind of helps them evade all responsibility and the the deep stuff in a relationship. Okay, so they've got the Death, Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Two eights here. In terms of their behavior, again, I'm getting like they are quite aloof. Okay, this communication and their drive, okay, that fire within them to really move forward and get to know you better and for things to progress, that is sort of stunted is what I'm feeling, and it might have even come to an end. You might have actually stopped communicating for a while, and this person is kind of focusing on their work. Okay, they are focusing on rebuilding is what I'm hearing. Maybe they've been through a difficult time, and even though they are looking for a fresh new start with you and are working towards that, their focus right now is more on their personal transformation, their growth, their opportunities, okay, that they can utilize. So I get the feeling that they are quite removed emotionally from the situation. Okay, you've got the Judgment, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Again, with the cups here and the swords here, there's a bit of a tough fight going on within you about, should I approach this from my mind, or should I just give in to my feelings? Should I and it's very difficult for a water sign to actually this is strange, but I'm a Cancerian, so I kind of identify with this. It's not like we don't see it, okay? It's just that when we're in it, when we are so involved in a situation, especially in a relationship, we tend to sort of brush away our mental interference in it. Okay, so what we do is we keep telling ourselves, no, it'll get better. And I know that water signs are guilty of being in relationships for far too long, even when they know that something is wrong here, something is amiss, and even that voice, that inner voice, might be continuously telling them that, you know, you need to decide, something needs to change here with the fives here, but it's not happening. So what happens is you sort of keep mulling over that, and there's an internal conflict happening, and it does of course show up in your behavior. Okay, whether you like it or not, it shows up. And you've got two powerful cards here. They've got the Death and you've got the Judgment. So you may be actually quite judgmental of this person. Okay, that's for some of you, because they are not turning out to be exactly what you pictured, is what I feel. And I get the feeling that you are sort of hanging on to the good side, the good memories that you've had with this person, and that may be actually preventing you from fully deciding what to do here. Okay, and it's like you've awakened. Suddenly you're aware of what's happening, and all that inner conflict is now something that you just have to deal with. Okay, you can't ignore it anymore, is what I'm getting. What do they want? The Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Let's get some clarifiers for this. Eyes, the Page of Wands. Where's the Page of Wands in this? Okay. We've got Justice and the Five of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person wants to move forward, okay? And they want stability in the relationship. But again, there's this mismatch of maturity, I feel. Because there is the Queen of Wands and the Page. They've got like all pages on their side. You've got powerful, strong, mature energy on your side. You may be dealing with someone who's not emotionally as evolved as you are, okay? And this person is also, I'm getting a bit confused. What they're seeking is comfort in the relationship, okay? And stability. They probably want you to play, they like this role of you playing their sort of caretaker in a way, okay? But there is this sense of imbalance that is coming through. Again, a 5. Okay, you've got the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. I feel like you want to communicate with this person very clearly, and you want to stand up for what you believe in. You want to stand up for the truth, okay? At least your version of it. And at the same time, I get the feeling that you want to like drop this one pentacle and make that that choice, that decision that is impending. Okay. It's strange, but this person actually they want to be a powerful strong person, you know. They want to be honest, but at the same time they have this escapist tendency, you know, because somewhere I feel that they want to be worthy of you, and they currently don't consider themselves probably worthy of you. Part of them actually wants to walk away from this connection because they're not sure if they'll be able to put in the work or not. Let's see. Okay, and this is your card, Pisces. We've got the Hangman, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. And this is like your near future. Now again, nothing is set in stone, so you have free will, this other person has free will, and things can play out very differently in during the period of a month, okay? So I feel that you're going to actually be at a crossroads, but in the month of Feb, you won't actually make that decision. But there is this sense of you looking to the future, looking out there for what else is out there, because it's like you're prospecting, okay? And this is all you, this is all your energy. And I feel like you will even be quite eager to speak, okay, to speak your mind, to communicate your thoughts very clearly to this person. Maybe even because that is what you are thinking about. Maybe even cut them off, for, I don't know, yeah, for all you know, it could be. But I get the strong feeling that that's not going to happen in Feb. In Feb, at least by the end of the month, you're going to be in this situation where you find yourselves at a crossroad and you're thinking about where to go from here. Should I stay here or should I leave? That kind of situation. But you might actually even talk to this person about it. You're going to perhaps be vocal about it. It might come out rather unexpectedly is what I'm feeling. Okay, we've got nurturing, communion, door to personal healing and happiness, the thinking woman, peace, and the tribe. So the advice for you, or you could say any additional messages, this just confirms what's happening. I feel like you're a lot in your mind, okay, this month, and you're going to really think about whether this is making you happy. And what you're seeking is your personal happiness, okay, not in terms of and that's not selfish at all, okay? That's kind of like the 9 of Cups energy. That's not selfish. It's putting your self first, and you owe that to yourself, okay? And I feel like you're going to really have an objective look at this situation, and think about whether this person brings you happiness, brings you peace, whether they belong to your tribe in a way, okay? And you may even communicate this with them, okay? Or perhaps try to communicate with spirit, I'm getting, with, if you're into maybe reading for yourself or getting tarot readings or something like that. I feel that you are, water signs especially are quite in touch with their intuition. So I feel that you're going to get some insights, some messages, okay, which are going to help you. But the crux of it is you putting yourself first, you really looking after yourself and nurturing yourself and thinking about whether this is actually something that you want or not, okay? So let's get some messages from them to you. What do they want to say to you? Commitment is a scary thing. That is the first thing that I was feeling with them. What else do they want to say to you? I've never told anyone the things I've told you. You're not wrong, but neither am I. So I value our connection more than I can express. Let's see what you want to say to this person. What does Pisces want to say? I'm not feeling that. Okay, I hope I haven't lost you. I'm not sure I feel the way I used to about you. This one. We don't talk anymore like we used to. So there is that sense of there is a lack of communication between the two of you. Okay, no, I'm not feeling that. You're everything I've ever wanted and more. So, I feel like you are underplaying yourself to a large extent to deal with somebody who is not at par with you as far as your emotional quotient, your emotional maturity is concerned. Okay, so but I also get that you're going to give it a hard thought. You're going to review the situation for what it is. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here and I will start with the singles reading. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again later. Have a wonderful month ahead. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi Pisces singles. So this is your reading for the month of Feb 2020. Let's take a look. Okay, we've got the 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you have been on a journey, okay, seeking what it is that you truly want in terms of a relationship, in terms of love, in terms of what fulfills you, okay. I feel like you've been, and I get the feeling you've been on this journey since quite a while. Because something in the past didn't actually fulfill you. It might have shown promise, but it wasn't something that you realize that it's not something that fits well or sits well with you. No. That's okay. Interesting. This is a very Piscean card, the 7 of Cups. Okay. Ooh, alright. So, in the past position we have the 7 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. I feel like you did actually work on something or try to put in effort in a particular relationship, or I don't know, could be dating, could be whatever, but that didn't actually bear fruit is what I'm getting. Okay, so you decided to move on from that and to try your luck somewhere else is what I'm hearing. And there was this shift that happened, okay, a change for the better, of course. And I feel like this could be an attitude shift as well for you in terms of realizing what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what kind of relationship could bring you happiness and what would actually put you down. Okay, so in your current energy we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. Now you're working with the law of attraction, with the laws of the universe, trying to manifest something new in your life, trying to um, you know, get to that ninth cup that you are seeking, that fulfillment that you are seeking. You've got a lot of major arcana here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. This is quite significant. What I'm feeling is that, yes, the Knight of Pentacles could be someone coming in rather slowly, someone that you can build a relationship with gradually, okay? This is also like your Mr. or Miss Dependable. Sorry about that noise in the background. This is someone who's rather cautious, okay? They take one step at a time. They are not in a hurry. They are someone you can bank on, count on, okay? And at the same time, it's not stagnant energy. It is moving forward, but moving rather slowly. Now, what's happening beneath the surface is that you are gradually coming into your own, okay? There's a part of you that is still, I feel, kind of being pulled into the past, and you may be sort of grieving something from the past, okay? But the good thing is that you are slowly and steadily becoming the kind of person that you would want to be in order to manifest the right partner towards yourself. The Empress is someone who's in their element. They're confident, they're strong, they are not somebody who is going to settle for anything less than. They are in their power, okay? And at the same time, they know that they are enough, okay? They don't have a lack of self-confidence or self-worth. Quite the opposite. Now, that is what you're moving into, I feel, like a really strong, powerful, confident energy, knowing that what you deserve, what you want, and what you want to manifest in your life can come to you without being desperate for it, without really, going out there and chasing somebody and constantly being on the lookout. No, you're quite confident that you can be in this receptive energy and yet manifest what it is that you want, okay? And also, this is a very nice, earthy, sensual energy. So that also taking good care of yourself, the way you look, the way you groom yourself, the way you are, being so just self-assured, that kind of energy is what you want to be in if you want to get the right partner to enter your life, okay? And someone who is like the Empress, so someone like the Emperor perhaps, okay? Then we have the Seven of Cups and Strength in your as above position. Now what's happening externally is that you're sort of exploring, okay? You're in this daydreaming kind of energy, trying to see which is the right cup, the right option for me. And that goes really well with the Strength card, where I feel like you're really coming into your own, okay? And I feel that you are in a very confident position. Now, I keep repeating that, but that is what is really coming through here. Like, you're not willing to play small, you're not willing to sort of settle for anything, okay? You are quite positive that what you want, you can manifest, and that the right person is going to show up in your life, okay? You may actually have a lot of options, and you seem to be enjoying that process of even exploring what else is out there. and that whole waiting energy has shifted, I feel. So now you're no longer in that waiting energy, okay, where you're thinking about, I don't know if this is going to work, I don't know if I'll ever get someone in my life, I don't know if I'll actually meet somebody. You've pushed aside all of that, and that's taken a fair deal of self-awareness and courage to see that part of you, and you've overcome that, okay. You've gained like mastery over those primal fears and anxieties and things like that, and you have learned to work with them, is what I'm getting. You could be, now in terms of signs, I don't know, it could be an earth sign, it could be a Leo, it could be a Libra or Taurus, could be a Gemini, but I feel like this is strongly your energy. You're gaining self-mastery so that you can shine, you can be who you're really meant to be, and that in itself, I feel, is going to attract the right person to you. Now, in the near future, we have the Star, the Ten of Wands, and the Tower. Let's get some clarity on this Ten of Wands and the Tower. I get the feeling that something's going to happen that is going to make you, it's going to be like an aha moment, okay, where you realize that you've unnecessarily, speaking of aha moments, the Ace of Swords, so there's some clarity coming to you about, and now we have the King of Pentacles, so that could be the what begins with the Knight of Pentacles moving to the King of Pentacles and something stabilizing in your life, okay. I feel like what's happening here is that you're also coming to terms with or getting clarity about what you actually want. That is the main message here. And aligning yourself with that, with your true self, with what you're really deep down hoping and wishing for, okay. And that, I feel, is going to be almost like an awakening, okay. What I'm seeing here with the Ten of Wands, the Tower, and the Ace of Swords is that there's this sudden burst of clarity, like a big awakening and aha moment that in a way that aligns you with your paths, okay, to meeting the soulmate that you want, or the partner that you want, whatever it is that you're seeking, okay. And I feel like that has a lot to do with realizing that I have been trying to all this while I have been trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, and this is not actually what I should be doing. And what I am seeking is something that is actually entirely different. And in terms of what you're looking for in a relationship, I feel like that is going through a major shift. And you're going to shine, okay? So whoever comes next into your life, they're going to see the best version of you, is what I feel. Yeah, you've got never-ending story, chop wood, yeah, not for you, and one more, we'll pick one more. Okay, buy the book. So I feel that you have been kind of on a different route, okay, been involved with people who were not really good for you, and that in itself was like this never-ending story with you, okay. That is what you're coming to terms with in the month of, I don't know why I was about to say July, but maybe something happened in July, but Feb, okay. Yeah, a vision quest. So you're on this, that is like the Eight of Cups energy that I was talking about. You're on a quest, thinking about what's good for you, what's not good for you. Have you been playing up to somebody else's expectations of who you should be with? Okay. And have you been really vulnerable, really honest with yourself about what you want in a partner, what you're seeking in a relationship? And with Chopwood being here, I feel like the advice for you also is to sort of get away from this whole mental chatter, mental noise about I will never be able to find the one, I will never be, why does this keep happening to me, why do I meet the same kind of people again and again? So that kind of mental chatter, I feel, is something you need to get away from. And what would help you is to focus on the tasks at hand, doing your day-to-day, getting busy basically, okay? And being really present in the now. That's going to give you that aha moment, that clarity that you're seeking. And there's a strong emphasis on really following your instinct. I'm also getting with the lone wolf here. Don't be afraid to go on a quest, okay? Even if you feel alone for a while, even if you feel that this is you need to get away from the whole noise and whatnot to really understand what you're looking for. Why are you finding yourself in similar situations again and again? Why you may be attracting people who are not good for you? So that is the kind of energy and thought process that I'm seeing for you. So yeah, I know this is kind of a very spiritual message, but I just have to be honest, and this is what I'm getting for you. It seems like you're picking up the pieces from your past and really understanding deep lessons and getting more clarity on what really fulfills you, what fills your heart, okay, what makes you happy. So that was your reading. I hope this was useful in some way, and yeah, I wish you the best, and I'll see you again in another video. Hit a thumbs up if you like the video, and do subscribe to the channel. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.